they have quite a stable of airplanes out there. All of them are T-38s, and the 35 pilots and mission specialists chosen will all fly it. Of course, the pilots will fly as aircraft commanders. The mission specialists will fly in the back seat of it.
Astronaut Frederick Gregory tells us about his background.
Well, I grew up in Washington, D.C., and of course went to high school in Washington. I had a couple of years at college because then I went to the Air Force Academy. My flying initially was helicopter flying, including a rescue tour in Vietnam. The Air Force then gave me the opportunity to cross-train to fixed wing. And we went immediately to jets, or I went immediately to jets, and that was in 1970, and I've been flying as a test pilot, as a research experimental test pilot since about 1971 to 1977. I was able to accumulate many hours, perhaps 2,000 hours of actual testing, and I've flown probably 40 or more different kinds of airplanes. One morning I was going to school. I was at the Armed Forces Staff College at the time. I got to the school, opened up my mailbox, and there was a note that said, "Call Houston." And I called down, and the director of operations, Mr. Abbey, asked me if I was still interested in the job down here. And so that's the way I was notified. It didn't take me long to think about that answer either.
The people who work at NASA are people who think positively, no matter how difficult or unique the challenge. As you know, Mr. Gregory, there was a time when there weren't any minorities or women involved in the space program. Tell me, at that time, did you feel there was any doubt in your mind that you wouldn't get in?
I don't think so. I have been in this situation many times before. I was one of the first blacks in integrated schools in Washington, D.C. in 1955. I was the only one in my class at the academy. I was the only one here, the only one there. And I thought that if I really wanted to do it, and I worked hard to do it and prepared myself, that if there were a barrier, it would have to be a big one to stop me.